By all accounts, Special Counsel Robert Mueller is poring over everything he can get his hands on in relation to the investigation into alleged Russian interference into the 2016 presidential election. Unfortunately, he only seems interested in getting his hands on information that could potentially point to wrongdoing on the part of President Donald Trump or his associates. As any completely unbiased observer quickly notes, that's downright ludicrous. If you're tasked with investigating something, why would you not want to pull together all of the pieces available to tell a complete story? There's a number of things to look at in regards to the campaign of failed presidential candidate Hillary Clinton, as well as within the Obama administration. Why isn't that being looked at as well? If the supposed goal of the investigation is to reassure the American people, why wouldn't the opportunity be seized to clear up any and all questions? There's plenty to look at on that side of the ledger as well, and another alarming revelation shows that there's certainly a ton of smoke billowing from that direction. Earlier this week, it was revealed that Paul Manafort was subjected to wiretapping by government agencies, both before and after the election. Why was this authorized? Inquiring minds would love to know, but no clear-cut answers appear to be at the ready. Hence, it falls on Mueller and his crack staff to get to the bottom of it. The Daily Wire reports a new stunning revelation. The conservative paper late Tuesday posted an editorial openly calling for Special Counsel Robert Mueller to investigate wiretapping allegations involving top Trump aide Paul Manafort. The paper says Mueller's ties to the FBI and to its former director, James Comey, make him too conflicted to conduct the investigation. Congress is charged with providing oversight of law enforcement and the FISA courts, and it has an obligation to investigate their role in 2016. The intelligence committees have subpoena authority and the ability to hold those who don't cooperate in contempt. This is a pretty cut-and-dry request that's on the reasonable end of the spectrum. Why does this even need to be pointed out to Mueller and company? And the Wall Street Journal says Comey investigated both leading presidential campaigns in an election year, playing the role of supposedly impartial legal authority. But his maneuvering to get Mr. Mueller appointed, and his leaks to the press, have shown that Mr. Comey is as political and self-serving as anyone in Washington. No investigation into Russia's role in the 2016 campaign will be credible or complete without the facts about all Mr. Comey's wiretaps. That assessment is spot on. Trump made it clear that Trump Tower was wiretapped, and he was ridiculed and assailed for making such a claim. Turns out he was right on the money. How can this possibly not be on the radar of the special counsel tasked with investigating things? The story suggests the monitoring started in the summer or fall, and extended into early this year. While Mr. Manafort resigned from the campaign in August, he continued to speak with candidate Trump. It is thus highly likely that the FBI was listening to the political and election-related conversations of a leading contender for the White House. That's extraordinary, and worrisome. Mr. Comey told Congress in late March that he had no information that supports those Trump tweets. Former Director of National Intelligence James Clapper was even more specific that there was no such wiretap activity mounted against the president-elect at the time, or as a candidate, or against his campaign. He denied that any such FISA order existed. Were they lying? The Wall Street Journal contends that Mueller's investigation amounts to a sham if there's not a thorough look given to the wiretapping. Many observers already feel that it resembles that anyway, so a failure to look into what happened here will only cause those calls to get louder. Does anyone really expect the findings of Mueller's investigation to be taken at face value with so many conflicts going on behind the scenes, not to mention the picking and choosing of which details to look into? We can only guess that Mueller and company believe that the equivalent of nothing to see here, move along is enough to appease informed observers. It's not, and a man such as Mueller that has his entire reputation at stake would be wise to realize that. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, then please subscribe to my channel.